So I feel very left out recently because I haven't seen the Batman, and everyone's talking about it, sharing it, posting everything about it, and I feel like I need to address it that I haven't seen it and that everyone should stop posting about it.
I haven't either, but I'm not a Batman dude.
You're not?
Nope, not at all.
And then none of the series. You've never seen any of the many Batmans that has been created.
Cartoons.
That counts.
Yeah,
that
but
counts.
that's it.
I like the Dark Knight series.
Nope, none of the movies. Nothing like that.
I'm not sure I completely forget who the fucking actor.
Bro, it's Andrew Garfield, bro. Y'all are stupid.
What?
Yo.
It's Andrew Garfield. That's his name.
I want to address two things. It's not Andrew Garfield, and who
the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
David.
Hey man, you heard about it? It's AJD.
I don't know who that was, but that wasn't.
Hopefully
me.
they'll be back though, because he was pretty cool.
He did seem cool, like on his way out.
I mean, he didn't know his movie actors though.
No.
I swear Andrew Garfield was.
Bro, he was walking down the sidewalk screaming about Tobey Maguire.
No, wow.
And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? No other words other than just Tobey Maguire. And it was the weirdest shit ever.
Well, after this, let's go get him, because I want to ask him some questions. He seemed like he was a talented guy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Before we get into that,
You think he's a rapper?
He seemed like he was.
Yeah.
Is that racist?
Might have been.
Okay.
Keep going.
Cut the check.
I went to my first comedy show.
Strike one, buddy.
Not too long ago, like last week, and I saw Noel Miller.
Ooh,
How was
that's fire.
In the flesh.
That's fire.
Yeah, flesh.
Flash.
It was cool. He made fun of us a few times. The proudest moment of that show, I don't know if I want to get into it, but at the end of the show he said, I have a Q&A. He was gonna have a Q&A, and I asked who voices his ship Candace. If you don't know who Noel Miller is, he's a podcaster on Tiny Mid Game,
He's a podcaster
right?
and YouTuber.
Yeah, and musician.
Yeah, and musician,
comedian.
He has a podcast with Cody Co, TMG, Tiny Meat Gang, and he produces music as well.
Well, anyways, I asked him who voices your ship Candace, and then yada yada he answers, and then eventually he's like, well, can this dick fit in your mouth? And having Noel Miller look at me in the eyes.
You got Candace by Noel Miller.
Yeah,
Candace by Noel Miller.
And I don't know. I went home and definitely felt a sort of way afterward.
Really?
And, yeah.
Like, what were the moments that led up to that? Like, did you ask that question knowing you would get Candace?
No, I asked that question knowing
Trying to
Candace.
Yeah, eventually. But then he got me first, and I was like, wow. Damn.
He was playing chess. You was playing checkers.
Yeah, he started talking, and then he overlapped my talk, and then, can this dick fit in your mouth? I was like, man. It was like a beam of light had flashed upon me.
The spotlight was on you now.
Yeah, and then I was just like, it can.
What did
you please tell me you said that?
No,
God, that would be funny. Can this dick fit in your mouth? It can.
Okay.
Please leave the show. I'll give you
security.
I'll give you a refund and the money to never come back.
So guess where? So I should have got into this beforehand, but there was a long line to get into the building. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of people there. He had packed building. It was great to see. The guy seats us, right? We get to the point where we have to be seated. We don't have a table selected, because we don't have a table selected at all. So it was like a random seating. He places us in the table right in front of the stage. So we can touch the stage if we wanted to.
Well,
and then I'm like, all right, cool. And then he gets on stage. It was a great time, funny comedians. And then he looked at us and he was like, this is definitely your guys' first comedy show. And I was like, damn. He called it out like that.
Damn.
He didn't, not even a second to think about it.
Do you think that the like the people that were sitting people coincided with them and like put the not like funnier looking people, but like people that definitely could be like could make good content off of in the front.
Hey, be sure to sit the losers in the fucking
Yeah,
front.
like be sure to put awkward, weird, give me content. Like,
Just put the motherfuckers alone in
because
the
if
front.
so, that's smart.
Yeah,
Dude, imagine it's just
There
you two,
was.
and then there's a row of tables that's free, and everybody else in the back.
There was no, and the way it was a four seat table. So 4 people supposed to be seated at the table. It was only me and my girlfriend there. Wow. Yeah, so it was just us two for the taking.
He said, "I could tell
then
this."
I'm about to destroy these two.
He asked the question, right? He asked the question. He was like, I forgot where the joke led, but it was something like, "How much money are you trying to make? How rich do you want to be?" And
To
I said,
you?
Yeah, and I said 500,000 a year, and he was like, "I could hear the child labor in your voice." Someone else, and I was like, I was like, "Damn, you got it again." I was like,
Wow.
"Damn it,
Just pow pow. Like
bro." Yeah, it was
Next.
great. It was great.
he was hitting with,
Damn.
like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's fucking wild.
And then I looked at the guys who sat me, and they were laughing their asses off.
I bet, dude. I bet.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do exactly.
They're like,
Maybe it's just that dude's plan. He's
They
like,
knew
oh,
exactly
this
what
dude.
they were doing, sitting like you and the ginger up front.
Oh.
They knew exactly what they were doing. Sitting you two up front at a 4-person table, just you two.
Yeah, it was great.
So was it like 2 and 2 tables?
Yeah.
So
no,
did-
it was 2, table of 5, table of 2. So
No. What I'm saying is like your table. Was it like 2 seats, 2 seats?
yeah, exactly.
So did you and
like
your
that.
girlfriend both sit on one side?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Because we're like, we don't want to hog up the other seats that a potential couple
And then
will
that's
sit
fair.
at. And then there was no potential couple. It was just 2
And then
lambs.
you guys are just awkwardly sitting
Yeah.
with 2 empty seats.
Legit 2 lambs in a wolf den. It was insane. And then here comes Noel Miller, and I didn't want to say it, but yeah, he was great.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Did you have it like?
Well-
did he have any opening acts?
What do you mean opening acts? Did
Like-
he go up there and juggle? No.
No. Like lead up comedians. Because
Yeah.
usually like
Yeah, there was-
comedy shows will have like
An
1 or
opening?
2 openings
Yeah, he had one opening,
to warm up the crowd.
and then he had a closing, and then he did a Q&A. Okay.
Nice.
So
So he
the
came
opening-
back out.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I don't know how. It was kind of weird. So a guy, I think his name's Tyler. I'm not sure. He's like he was a comedian.
The creator.
He was mid.
He was a comedian. He was
I'm Tyler.
funny. He made a lot of country jokes. He was from Iowa. He made jokes like that, and then came up Noel Miller, and then came up his executive producer, who was doing comedy for his 5th time up
There we
there.
go.
Wow,
Yeah, and then we got Noel Miller back doing Q&A.
that's cool.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. And then we left, and then I asked my girlfriend, "Did Noel Miller just ask me if his dick can fit in my mouth?" And and she was like, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Can it?" And I was like, "Probably."
Probably.
Yeah.
And that's how my night ended. I think I had a dream or sleep paralysis about Noel Miller. I'm not sure what it was.
Was Noel Miller your sleep paralysis demon that night?
It was for
He
sure
came
him.
in there.
He had to have been.
Can this dick fit in your mouth?
No, it can't.
Nah.
God no. But it was great. I loved seeing him
No.
come to Kansas.
And
Come to Kansas.
Yeah, it was great.
Come.
I love to see him come.
Okay.
But it was cool.
It's 2 strikes.
I don't know. I didn't. Definitely smaller than I thought.
He's a short king.
Short
after all.
king. Yeah.
Is he like your height? Sorry, that was not a diss. I'm so sorry. That was not a diss. I did not mean it like that.
Yeah. Sadly.
I didn't mean it like that, man. I'm
You
sorry.
started picking on someone with bangs. I felt so bad for her because she sat alone.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
and we had kind of sort of a heckler. She started screaming. She was like out of nowhere, out of nowhere. She was like, "Hey, can Cody's hand fit in a cow's ass?" or something like that. And then Noel was like, "No." So
We back?
Yeah, we back. We went out and we got
We found him.
We found him. And ladies and
man.
gentlemen, he's here.
He's back.
And
Welcome back.
his name is
Sean Grizzly, you already know what it is.
Yes, sir.
Come on now.
So, if you guys don't know, Sean, introduce yourself real quick, bro.
My name is Sean.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on also no, I'm just playing.
On AJD
I'm
Industries.
just rapper. I rap with my boy Anthony here. We be in the stew mixing it up. EP coming soon though.
Real soon.
Real soon, man. Real soon.
If you guys want a taste of, Sean,
chill.
I'm gonna play.
Chill on all that.
I'm gonna play some of his music now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this block it. I got a beam, but I ain't playing tag. Bands in my pocket, so I got a sag. I got the clipping, bitch, I got the max. I run the shit and it's not even track. I put the dick in her tummy. I put the clip to her stomach. Told the little nigga to run it. Why are these niggas act dummy? Why are these niggas act stupid? We shooting niggas like Cupid.
Man, that shit was hot, wasn't it?
Nah, that shit was crazy. Sean.
That shit was hot.
That was nutty.
That's my boy.
That's you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you, bro.
Yes, sir.
No,
Man, we know
way.
y'all love that shit.
Come on now.
Come on now. EP real soon, man.
Obviously, you guys make music together.
Yeah.
You guys just said that you guys are dropping new EP soon.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You two, right?
Yeah.
And I'm hearing there's gonna be a feature on there.
Our boy
Yeah.
Keely.
Akila. All right,
Mhm.
cool. So where did you guys start with you guys rapping together? How did that become a thing?
Well, he kind of started rapping before me, so I'm gonna let him explain his kind of upcoming on it, and kind of I'll pop in whenever I kind of come into the picture.
It was, I mean, quarantine was a huge part of it, bro.
I bet.
Because it
dude.
gave me so much free time, and I had a Mac. I had something I could produce music and record with. All I had to do was buy a microphone. So I bought a microphone, and then I started there. Started using this website. It was booty as shit, but I worked through it.
Nah,
and I knew.
We all started there.
Yeah. I mean, that I know I had to get through it. 'Cause I'm at a studio now.
Website.
I'm.
Hey, you better start off with BandLab.
Oh man, Fruity Loop.
Hey, people be popping off that on TikTok. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, just because it's ass don't mean you can't make good shit out of it. But
That was
see what I did there?
honestly, yeah, that was good. That was some
But-
good wordplay.
and I knew Sean was like into rap because I had a class with you, English in school, and me and him would talk about it in there. But that was sophomore year, and quarantine happened our junior year.
I got you.
So that junior year, I started rapping a whole shit ton. Then I really got into it. And then that's when I talked to him about it. We were trying to set up like features of parody songs, not parody songs, remix songs. And at that point, that's when Akili introduced me to the studio. And then me and him were there for like a month. And I was like, yo, I got to put my boy Sean on. I know he rap. He's cold. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And then back to back.
Yeah. Yep. I just want y'all to know that shit is never coming out. That's our first song together. That's
We did say if we get to 100 episodes
Mhm.
that we're.
maybe I might release it for y'all if we get to 100 episodes.
That's what I'm saying. If you get to a 100 song release, are you gonna release that one song that you recorded and never released?
Once I feel like once I get like 1,000 monthly listeners, then I'll release.
You
my
get
first
some, you get some clout under you.
song. Yeah, right. Then I'll give y'all what y'all.
Now y'all know where I started.
Man.
Where I'm at now.
That's valid.
But yeah, I worked at McDonald's sometime last year because I started getting in the studio in August last year, and I would kind of just like sing songs throughout the day, but I would also listen to new songs that would be stuck in my head, and I would never know the words to them. So I would just make up my own words. I'm not speaking into the mic. I would just make up my own words, and I would say a bar like once or twice, and I'm like,
I'm kind of cold with
oh god, I was like,
said that.
that shit was kind of cool. I'm gonna write that shit down.
Write that shit down.
So any remixes that I kind of made, I just wrote a verse for that song, and I would just keep it in the vault. I didn't really have anywhere to record it at. I was like, if I do end up recording it, I'm doing that shit in the studio. I need my shit to be quality. So that's when Anthony hit me up. He was like, bro, you kind of cold, and I'm like, yeah, but I spent 3 months on them same 3 verses. Like I'm not no rapper for real. I don't know if I could keep it up. So we just got in the stew. We just started rapping.
Any inspiration that keeps you like motivated to continue rapping?
Listening to like different kind of genres, kind of keeping me in the mix, trying to not put myself in a box because I know with all my recent songs they kind of all sounding a little bit the same. That's why I threw in that Trippy Red kind of song just to try to switch it up, see what I could do.
Are you on SoundCloud?
No, I'm not on SoundCloud. That's what the EP is for. Whenever I drop the EP.
So how, as a rapper, in being, how old are you, Sean?
I'm 18.
You're 18. As a rapper being 18, how do you get your name out? Because it's hard to get our name out as a podcast. I can imagine as a rapper, it's kind of as hard, if not harder.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard getting that promotion on, but that's what everybody at the studio is for. That's what the homie Ticket is for. Shout out the homie Ticket.
Yeah, Ticket's our manager. He be putting down shows. He be setting up shows. He does all that, and it's just connections. That's what I think it boils down to. Because if I would have never met Achille, who knows?
I don't know where I would have been right now.
Or if Achille never gave Ticket a free car wash, maybe.
Oh, that's crazy! I didn't even know that story. That's crazy.
And he was like, yeah, he gave Achille free studio time.
No way.
One session, and then me and Achille came in.
I didn't know.
Tore it up, and they were like, yeah, we like you. And then now, ever since then, yeah.
Wow.
Butterfly effect, like a motherfucker.
Shout out GTST, the label.
You know what? That brings up a good question of like, do you believe in like, in that how you are right now as rappers? Do you think that's kind of encoded in your DNA? That's just who you were gonna be.
Yeah.
From the very beginning, that's who you were gonna be, a rapper.
I think it's like scripted, basically.
Yeah.
Possibly, bro. Because
I'm
I can't think of that shit.
Are you guys passionate about what you guys are doing?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So if you guys listened to the last episode, which I highly suggest you tune in, because Anthony brought up he talked about a lot of interesting things with scientists and how far science has come in a lot of weird ways. And that got me thinking about an old saying of, do the ends justify the means? And I talked to the boys about it off camera, of that would be a pretty solid segment. And so basically what that means is, does the end, what's the word I'm thinking of here?
Justify.
No. Like, does like the end product of what you get out or what the party gets out of it justify the way that we got there? So I looked up.
Was the travel worth the?
Yeah. Was
a destination worth the journey?
Yes.
There you go.
There it is.
What are some other ways we could say this?
Instead of sounding like dumb ass priestess, I'm not sure. I don't know. I think that's the best way. Let's go with that. Let's roll
So
with
I want to start out with a pretty light one, just to kind of like
Set the tone.
Lying on a first date to make yourself look cooler or make yourself look better to get a second date. Does the means of lying during that first date justify the end of getting a second date?
I'm gonna say no, because then at that point it's gonna come bite you in the ass sooner or later.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, no, we don't fuck with liars this way. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Because I don't like that. You know, like if I was lying on a first date, then they don't like me for me.
But that's
Yeah, that's what
They
I
like
thought.
the person that I created.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get one like that out of the way before we got into like, because I also want to ask you guys, like, what do we think about the mad scientist that Ant was talking about like crazy last week? To fill you guys in on who didn't listen in last week, is basically a mad scientist who would take the brain out of one monkey, put that brain into another monkey, and
It was the head.
Oh, it was a full head.
Just a complete head.
Would like decapitate a monkey and put that head on a different decapitated monkey, and it would live for how long was it? 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
It would live for 2 days.
Just because he didn't attract the veins and shit like arteries and things
That's still too long for me. That's too scary.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
Does that end of knowing that like vast amount of scientific knowledge that we could technically do that justify 2 monkey and 2 dog lives?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Because
I
I
agree.
believe in the bigger scheme of it, if there wasn't studies like that, golly, I don't know. There's a lot of
We wouldn't be
information.
nowhere like we are today.
I wouldn't say that. We wouldn't know a lot of things. Like, I'm gonna bring up this, like, a kind of a similar project where this very fancy adoption center did this project on twins and triplets where they would give away these separate kids, like triplets. They'd sell or give away, not sell.
That's a wild word right there, bro. That's a wild word.
They would allow them to be adopted, and the way they separated these triplets or twins is one triplet will go to a family that was high in the very
High social class.
Yeah, high social class. One in the middle social class, and one in the low social class. They split the triplets up into 3 families and saw
how they develop.
And then at the end of the study, the triplets all ended up behaving, talking, everything the same. They're basically the same. So nurture has nothing to do with it. It was their nature as triplets. I'm saying in that study,
in that study, I'm gonna give you that one.
But honestly, I don't know. I believe it, and you obviously seem to disagree.
I mean, I think it's half and half. Like half of it is just gonna be genetics and how you were made,
What your body coded.
right? How you're coded, basically, right?
I think that can be said about animals like monkeys and dolphins and everything like that. But when it comes to human beings, I think when it comes to human beings and as a child how they're raised, I think nature has a lot to do with it. Their natural DNA coding has a lot to do with how they're going to be and behave in the future.
I feel like it's a 50-50 split, bro.
Yeah, I feel 50-50 because some of it's genetics,
Right.
what you get from your parents, and the rest is what you
So you don't
have
think
Is your
been through.
upbringing.
Yeah.
So you don't think a serial
Absolutely.
killer is born a serial killer?
So I do. I actually do. But it's if this certain thing didn't happen, would that unlock this thinking process that they now have to start killing everybody? Because if that certain event or thing didn't happen to trigger those backed up emotions to come out, then he would have never been a serial killer in the first place.
I got you. So do you think it takes something truly traumatic to unlock that other path of thinking?
Well, yeah, but you also got to understand, as humans, humans are such vast creatures that trauma and traumatic events are so different from person to person.
Mm-hmm.
What I could consider such a traumatizing experience to you could be Tuesday.
Yeah.
Which is another very interesting thing about society.
Just take into account how people get offended on the smallest things.
Yeah.
Imagine them going through something that would create a serial killer. What would we get?
Literally.
A serial killer.
We would get Kanye West.
Someone who can be
Damn.
someone.
Not my boy. Yeah,
Talking
that's
about
crazy.
Kanye West. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Sean, for coming down.
Yes, sir.
He had to. It was about time.
Had to
About
pop up
time.
in here,
Truly is about
Might not
time.
see y'all for a while, but I'm gonna pop back up, man.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be
I'll
back.
be back. I'll be back. Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
number 1 on billboards. We'll get back.
Yeah.
Be sure to like, comment, tell us what you guys think of Sean and his vocal skills.
Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Make sure you hit the bell icon as well.
Yeah,
Why
make
not?
sure you follow Sean at.
Grizzly278 on TikTok.
Yeah.
Where can we find you listening or rapping?
On Spotify soon. On Spotify.
Everywhere.
On
Cool,
Spotify.
cool. On
Do you want to give
everywhere.
us a date?
I don't know about date, but definitely before June. Before June.
We should do it around our birthday. Let's do it.
Have a good night, y'all.
My niggas pull up in wagons and rovers. You think you better, your flow is generic. I swear all these bullets you finna inherit. They can't get the shaking, he taking some damage. I'm cooking them up like some bacon.